Today we will discuss about how to derive trapezoidal rule equation. So for the derivation of equation, as we know, the trapezoidal rule is the part of a numerical technique in which the function f of x, which is defined in the boundary or limit a to b as we show in here, and the approximate solution of this equation is found by the trapezoidal rule. Trapezoidal rule is also called as the trapezium rule, in which the area under the curve is divided into a little trapezoids. You can see here in the figure. To find the width of the strip, h is equal to b minus a upon n. For example, if the limit a to b is 0 to 12 and the number of interval is 6, then width of the strip is h is equal to 12 minus 0 upon 6, so is equal to 2. Now, the general quadrature formula, which is derived from the Newton forward difference formula, is given by this. The derivation of this equation is done by the Newton forward difference formula. Right now we are not going to derive this formula. Now put n is equal to 1 in the above formula and rewrite the same formula. In the trapezium, boundary of a strip is the straight line. So this is the polynomial of only 1 degree is considered and more than 1 degree of polynomial is become 0. So that the polynomial of degree more than 1 here this is term is becomes a 0. So we are not consider this term in the derivation of trapezoidal rule. Only this term is considered in the account. So putting n is equal to 1. So this is the x0 to x1. You can see here x0 to x1 f of x dx. Now n is equal to 1, so n is equal to 1, this is the h, and y0 plus 1 by 2, here n is equal to 1 and delta y0. Now to find out what is the delta y0, so as we know delta y0 is the difference of y, so delta y is equal to some value of y minus any other value of y. So for delta y0 also put here y0 and this is the y1. So putting this equation in the here, so you can find like this. So by simplifying this equation you can find this equation. You can find this equation. So for delta x0 to x1 f of x dx is equal to h by 2 y0 plus y1. Now same way for x1 to x2. For x1 to x2, y0 is become y1 and y1 is become y2. You can see here for x1 to x2. For similarly for x2 to x3, y2 to y3, and similarly like this. Now summation of all these equation is called as a trapezoidal rule. So here y0 is only one time and yn is only one time, and y1, y2, y3 is repeating two times. So now summation of this n interval we get this equation. So this is the equation of trapezoidal rule. You can see here. Now example related to this equation is discussed in the next video. You can tap in the I button and redirect in that video. Also, you can get a link of this example of trapezoidal in the description box. Thank you, student.